Like I'll show you guys again. I'm currently looking at Group C. And so the first match is seed 1 playing against seed 4 and seed 2 playing against seed 3. So we just saw Boss, the seed 4, taking down EZ in a reverse sweep actually, like he won 3-2. That is very cool. Well done, Boss. It's good to see you playing and yeah. I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't expecting you to win, but you managed to pull it off, so that's crazy. And I will also be casting the other series in this group, which is Kaister against Zanerre. So that's the series that I'm gonna head into after this. I'm just gonna take a small break, take like maybe 5 minutes or so, drink a bit, eat a bit. Um, yeah, so this series, I will hop into it in roughly 5 minutes. So see you guys in a little bit. Alright, I'm back. Is everyone ready to head into the next series? The game between Kaiser and Turk, I don't know if it's been played yet. It's not been streamed yet, at least. Yeah, I will always have 5 files here, so you're not able to tell. Yeah, these files could be fake, they could be real. You guys know the drill. I'm not going to explain it again. I feel like Harrison goes over this like literally every time. So let's head into game one. So Kaister, mostly known for playing the native civs. Kaister, Lakota, or apparently ports. And Zanerre, I would say he's a bit of a Sweden one trick. He also plays a bit of Russia. And this time going for the Brits. Yeah, boss reverse swept EZ, so that was crazy. Let's see if I get another cool series like that. So Kaister going for a TP straight away, and he's not chopping. So this looks to be a 10-10. We are playing on the patch where you get 50 food less, so it's slightly slower. I mean, it only matters like a few seconds, I think. Yeah, the 50 more food that you need to gather takes like 6 or 7 seconds, so you're delayed by a little bit. But the strat is still powerful overall. Yeah, I was gonna say he probably needs to have this card in deck because so for anyone that doesn't know this card, it allows you to get stage codes for free and then tech into the train for free as well, even in H2. So you don't need to be H3 to get a train. Zanerre is dumb, yeah, I just noticed. Typical Kaister stuff. So what I wanted to say is these are two separate trade routes. So that means if you tech stage codes, you want to be able to tech it for free because you can just tech it in both routes for free. So that's why this card seems very strong on this map. Without this card, you would be having to get stage code twice, and that's obviously really expensive. Zanerre working on this 50 food treasure. Preparado. Don't forget the overlay, yeah, thank you for that. Let's see. Right, and then put this on 0. Should be okay. Alright, so Kaister is going ATP. Now I can look to H and just put everything to boot and get your TP boom going. I don't think you should even go for this. It's not a treasure you want to go for anyway. And I wonder if Zanerre basically needs to decide whether he's going to try to take a TP away or just go into manor booming. Not a card you see every day, but I think it's actually pretty good. Most people just always have Virginia copying deck by default, but if you're not going for a TP, you're not going to get it anyway. So at least this card, you could possibly send it later on in the game. Ready. Just losing a coin treasure to a Vil. So I think he could possibly steal this TP away if he chooses to do so. You messed up the overlay. Let me see. Oh, I typed in boss instead of kaister. Okay. It's running slow for a little bit while I edit this. Alright, so Zanerre is not deciding not to contest the TP route, at least not by trying to take one. Yeah, and he's building a house. It's slightly late, but he's fine. Just a little bit of idle time. Yeah, and going for this card straight away. I think this is a pretty good build. Oh, Zanerre did sneak it away. Oh, okay. So Kaister decided to build a house first. And figured he will take the TP after he gets the crates. But by doing so, Zanerre managed to sneak one in. I'm going for Rex on the side here. Oh, he does decide to take both stagecoaches, so that means that he's feeling very confident that he's going to be able to take this one away. If he doesn't manage to take this away, it's basically... Well, I mean, it's basically redundant. The tag is free, and then both of them will have 1 TP, so... Yeah, training pikes. But Zanerre's gonna have musks on the field.
Commandment?
I am sorely grieved. I may not steer.
Oh, he cancelled the pikes. Just decided to go expose instead. So both stagecoaches will be hitting in, and then you can get the train as well. At least on this road. This route you should do it for sure. On this one, it's kinda doesn't matter. Alright, we see both coming in. Well, the reason he's getting both stagecoaches is because the tags are free. So getting this tag in here, it's basically irrelevant. You're basically just giving yourself and the opponent both a train. So. But I suppose Kaister feels confident that he can overtake this. If Zanerre would have a stable now, he could be in real trouble, but he doesn't. Pretty nice for Brit, just have a TP on wood. So I decided to go Spy Straight here. It's maybe a little bit too early, but Spy Straight combined with Steel Traps is 50% hunting gather rate, so that's pretty nice. I think I would have preferred to see 6 Musk, so you can have the 6 Musk and the 5 Pike sieging, but we'll see how this works for him. This map is called Fraser River. He's playing really confident. He could be in real trouble if he knew if there was a stable here, but there isn't, so he's fine. Oh, shipping the longbows forward, that's a pretty good move from Zanerre. Yeah, that really caught kaister by surprise. Stumbling over my words. Yeah, so basically port ship this card, which allows you to get stage goes and train for free in H2. So that's why there's that's why you see trains. I'm kind of liking Zanerre's position here. He's managed to hold on to this TP. He's got plenty of hunts in base. And yeah, longbows are just a better unit than Expos, so... Just a constant, you just constantly hear the income from the TPs. Meanwhile, Zanerre's just messing up longbows, not adding a stable. He does see the stable now, so that might scare him, but he has a couple masks. Kaister feels like he can't take the fight, so he might as well go somewhere else.
I may not steer.
Maybe he can siege this down. Tipping the coin forward, but he's gonna be able to pick it up at least. Zanerre has just so much more infantry. He's 40 units. Kaister only has 17. But he's aging. So I suppose he's gonna probably ship organs. Maybe Cassadors, but... You could go crazy and just sell all your food for coin and try to get mams. But I think there's enough musk on the field that it's probably not gonna work to do that. I mean, they're 2 organs. I think in this situation you're probably just gonna get overrun. But there's plenty of situations in which they can do pretty well. The main problem with 2 organs is that they don't do too well against 2 Falcons, but against infantry they do pretty well actually. Losing a TC though. Yeah, he's shipping the organs. Just putting his other TC back home. Yeah, I'm liking Zanerre's position as well. For Kaiser, it's all about he's housed, so he can't finish this batch, by the way. But it's all about what he can do with the organs. Yeah, sure. Grid is on 47 kills. So I think he's just gonna try and right click the organs here. Yeah. A little bit of rate going on there, but this is more important. Now with the organs gone, guys, there's floating a ton of food, but he doesn't have the production facilities to spend it. Only one Rex. The only option he has at the moment is shipping CM and getting a double CM pop. Oh, he did kill quite a bit of fills there. These can just get right click by the house. I'll probably even put this on XP. You just really need to get CM. It's your only hope. And just sell the food for gold to get the pops. I mean, you can, with CM you can still spawn 42 Minutemen, which could clean up his army if he takes the fight. But he's already gonna be out of this TC before he has CM in. I imagine he's gonna ship it. Oh, he goes for Castadors. Okay, that's not gonna work. I think this is over. At least I imagine it should be. Oh, he changed the shipment to CM. The raiding party got cleaned up. Oh, he's making a new TC, but his explorer is dead somewhere. And building the fills takes quite a long time. Alright, so this is gonna be his last stand. Popping all the Minutemen. Zanerre managed to get quite a lot of units out of there. Didn't get snared too badly. This could be bad for him though, he should just go around this way. I wouldn't take this fight. Oh, I guess the Minutemen... Yeah, they still have some HP on them. Zanerre can just sit this out and then I think he's in a commanding position.
Commandment? Yes.
11 Hussars as well with what's the card called? Just get HP in. This DC is the repaired either. It's a bit far forward. I feel like Zanerre can just do whatever he wants. Oh, okay. The game got called. Yeah, this is over. I mean, Zanerre could right click, but he could also just mess up a bit. He has the superior eco as well, so. Alright. So that's 1-0 for Zanerre. Yeah, Kaister's eco would probably stay even if he kept all the TPs. Zanerre was back on RB. I think he was called Empire Boss, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. 1-0. And let's head into game 2. Yeah, so this is what I meant earlier, Tete. If you go page up, you can see all the game chat from the last game. If there had been more chat than just that, you would have been able to see it. Also a Sweden mirror. Okay, so this is basically Zanerre's main. Oh, this is going to be nuts with the extra crates on this map. You get 4 wood crates. Your eco is going to be excelled quite a bit. I wonder if anyone is going to go for a market, maybe sell coin for wood. I think that could be really good on this map. You have coin crates and you're going to get coin from the mines. You could probably buy yourself 1 or 2 torps pretty early on. Yeah, Zanerre looks to be doing it. And kaister is doing the same thing. Alright. That makes sense.
Befel?
Maybe even get hunting dogs as well at some point. I don't know. So I imagine neither player is going to do anything regarding water, but you have a lot of safe mines on this map, it looks like. Yeah, this is just a very high resource map, both in terms of water and on land. We saw a crazy game on this map earlier between Boss and EZ. One of the weirdest games I've seen on the E. Okay, so kaister... Oh, I was gonna say he's quite far ahead in the food count, but he just has 2 vills less in queue. So is he gonna train more, or is he just gonna decide? Okay. I was wondering if he was gonna try to age with 12. Yeah, this map is a little bit crazy. I think they even removed it from the map pool now. Kaister getting Gangsal in. Which will give him like maybe 3 seconds of idle time, but that's definitely worth it. And yeah, gotta be aging with the 2 vills and the 2 cows, which is the standard age up. And Zanerre aging 1 vill later. And that tempo advantage can be pretty big sometimes in a mirror. Most important difference is that you get the 7-odd wood earlier. Like kaister will get the 7-odd wood earlier. And yeah, he could get an eco lead by getting more torps down quicker. That torp seems like it's almost out of range, but it is collecting the coin. I know a lot of people don't really like mirrors, but personally I do enjoy a Sweden mirror, to be honest. So I'm curious how to play it out. I think generally speaking it's all about hitting H4. And we'll see if the players agree with me on that or not. So Zanerre didn't decide to get Lock Flume, but kaister did, which basically gives him like 2 more vills. Or like 1.5, I guess. And he's already on 80 pop. Trying to get Hans under the torps. It's a very big eco difference. Like, gives a 0.4 more each torp. Which is basically like half a vil. Yeah, Kaister has 2 back mines, but I mean, Zanerre kinda does as well. I mean, it feels like there's just plenty of mines for both of them. He's mining, okay, that's pretty surprising. Dropping a Rex, and looks like Kaister decided to just spend everything on torps. He didn't make a Rex yet, and he's just gonna get it with the 700 wood instead. And considering the low amount of coin he has, I'm confident that he's constantly selling the coin for wood. And yeah, he's 5 torps ahead right now. So I think he's in a commanding position at the moment. Just having that torp lead, it really snowballs. But this is Zanerre's main civilization, so... And the basic Sweden build these days is just 3 vills, 700 wood, ironworks into blueberries, but Zanerre is deviating by going ladders apparently. And Kaister so far just sticking to the regular build. So he's 6 torps down. So I think going to ladders here is probably a good decision. You need to make something happen. Alright, so the 2 ladders are coming out. These boys don't have a lot of siege, but they do have a 3 times multiplier against infantry. So they could scare off any Carolians while sieging with his own Carolians. I would probably just put them here and just make sure that, yeah, just shoot at the Carolians, don't shoot at the torps from max range. Meanwhile, Kaister shipping blueberries, which will kick his eco into overdrive. And now Zanerre also get ironworks, so the blueberries will be a lot later. And you can see this is Kaiser's food income with blueberries. It's going up very rapidly, and then you compare that to Zanerre, which is quite a bit slower. But he does have momentum with the 2 ladders.
Sista ordet är inte sagt än.
I think TC Fire does play pretty well against ladders. Yeah, he's doing 20 a shot. And if these ladders die, then he basically loses all his momentum. Looks like Kaister's gonna go in, he's calling Minutemen. And Zanerre still needing to ship blueberries. I would say Kaister is very far ahead at this moment. He's stacking a shipment, which I imagine he's just gonna save for H3. He could maybe ship Carolean HP if he wants to.
Yeah.
Trying to mine some gold to get up. Alright, so Zanerre does have more torps at the moment. He's 3 torps up. And they're going to be clicking up at roughly the same time. 22 Caroleans against 27. So the main lead I would say that Kaister has right now is that he's close to having second shipment. Whereas Zanerre doesn't have a shipment yet. So Kaister is 5 Caroleans and then a shipment up. So that's gonna be his main advantage. But the game is still somewhat close. Alright, so deciding to just go Falcons. And then going for blackberries after that. Alright. I'll probably just get snaplock first. You don't need blackberries yet. You should still have plenty of blueberries together. But it's fine. Yeah, and both players getting their veterancy, I imagine. Well, Kaister still needs to get his, but I would imagine he starts getting it now.
Redo? Befehl?
Yeah, he just bought some wood and now he should click it. Alright. Zanerre is also shipping Falcons, so the Falc Waller will be pretty important. Just the classic 2 Falcs against 2 Falcs that we used to always watch back in the day. And this is where Kaister seems to just be chilling and trying to get to H4, which is pretty standard in this matchup. And meanwhile, Zanerre is going to try to make something happen. But neither player has snaplock in, which is a very great card to have in. Just having the extra range on your Musk. You can use it to just get a couple shots for free. He might be able to pick up the spell. That's 1 shot off, he's gonna get a second. Just with the Caroleans. Alright, so that's pretty big, getting the Falc advantage. Alright, Kaister is aging with the 10 Caroleans, not with the 2 Falcs. Alright, that was a good shot for him. Is he gonna die for it? He's probably gonna pick up 1 Falc and then lose it. He doesn't, okay. I imagine he's TC firing this down. Yeah, he is. Zanerre is now getting snaplock. Kaister is keeping a shipment. He wants to be getting 3 life card. And he should just put Wills on wood to get guard. And getting guard and 3 life lock is basically 3 life guard, I mean. That's basically the main way of winning the mirror. So I imagine he's fine losing these torps. He's not worried, as long as he can get the card and the attack in, then should be in a good position. So he's even aging with the 10 Corellians instead of the 2 flags. Yeah, he bought the wood, he's getting guard, getting life guard. And Zanerre is adding coals, which are not gonna do anything. Because Kaister doesn't actually have artillery. Oh, they might even just walk. Yeah, they're just gonna die as well. Never mind.
Befehl?
Yeah, this fight is gonna go great for Kaister. This card is just gonna do so much. Now he has range resist and he has 80 more HP and the range resist, so the Corellians are basically double stats. Zanerre does have snaplock and Kaister doesn't, which allows Zanerre to kite a little bit. Oh, he's not that bad though. He's just putting them in melee. The folks are not gonna do much. This is gonna go great for Kaister, I'm sure. Just the range resist is just everything in this matchup. He still has 50, like over 50 alive. Nice pattern. So, Jaegers are in theory the counter, but once you get the range resist, nothing really matters anymore. I mean, he's getting kited a bit though. His army is dwindling a little bit, but there's still 40 here. And he's getting up close and personal now, which is where the Corellians shine. So. Yeah, he's stacking shipments. He doesn't have a TC yet, so he can't send snaplock just yet. Zanerre stacking a lot of wood. Should probably just buy coin. Kaister's gonna have shipments available to him. I would personally just sell all this food, well, sell a lot of the food and just ship mams, and then it's game over. You could also go heavies or yeah, snaplock's fine. think the easiest way to win is sell your food for gold and ship maps. Then you can guarantee getting a snare off. You can't get kited by Snaplock or by Jaegers. I mean, this card is just insane. It's absolutely insane. Like, in a mirror, you should always, like, well, if you're playing Sweden, you should always just focus on getting yourself to H4. Like, that's where all the Sweden power lies. I think this card basically doubles your stats because it's 30% range resist, which is huge, and then also 25% HP.
Befehl?
Yeah, you can just see it in the fights. The Curly is just way stronger. He doesn't even have arsenal tags. So I think this game was just like a build order difference. Zanerre decided to make calls. He probably thought that it was going to be an artillery war. But kaister's build is pretty standard in my opinion. Just push yourself to H4 and then ship that and you win games. Okay, he's turning to 2 Falcons. That's gonna be over. Getting the 3 mines now doesn't matter. Alright. Yeah, this just felt like a build order loss. Which is weird because this is Zanerre's main civ, so I was expecting him to also just go H4, but he decided to try for the artillery war instead, and it didn't work out for him. So now we're looking at 1-1. Alright, Zanerre bringing out the Sweden again. Gonna have another attempt at it. I mean, the civ is really strong still, so makes sense. And then the kaister going for the Hunays. It is a pretty good map for them. I think the dog build H1 is really great for them. Yeah, he's just gonna go for the B Fisher build. Use the travel out to get a dog down. Oh, even finding a wood treasure, that's really nice. 75 wood. So I think this build is strong, but Sweden is also such a strong civ, so it's still gonna be a close game. Curious what will happen. Yeah, I know Kaister really. He's done this build like a billion times. I remember he played a series against Tete on this map, and I remember him practicing this build just over and over. So I'm kind of just looking at his perspective. I mean, Sweden's just doing regular Sweden things, so I kind of want to see how many fishing boats he gets and stuff. Trying to bait him into the TC fire, I guess. It's gonna be close still. A lot to HP. If Zanerre managed to get 2 shots off instead of 1 melee attack and 1 shot, then he would have killed him. So he just got the 3 boats for now. Just gonna eat the cows to not have that much idle time. Yeah, this is like hardly any at a time. Maybe 1 second. And now you can just put your vills back on wood and get some more fishing boats. And you're still aging at a competitive time, but instead you get a little bit more eco. So I think this build is always great. They're a lot better on water maps than on just on land maps, in my opinion. Meanwhile, Zanerre.
Hello.
Going for a rather safe mine. He doesn't decide to go for like a forward mine. He's probably afraid. Oh, he does send 1 bill here as well. But I imagine he's afraid that these things are gonna get sieged down. So this build went here instead of here, for example. He also lost his explorer, so he doesn't have that much scouting info, I guess. Picking up the wood treasure. So this map is actually, you don't have that many mines. Most maps would have a mine here or something, but yeah, I was thinking the exact same thing, Kellen. You only have the two mines here. Yeah, you can see that this Thorpe food gather rate is now 1 higher because of the yak. Like a Thorpe can gather from 3 different things. So this one is now gathering from a berry, a cow, a hunt, and a mine. And they can also gather from 3, so they can gather from 5 different things in total. So, you basically usually age with the cows and then send them to your Thorpes and eat them there, like exactly what Zanerre is doing. Kaister now deciding what he's gonna do with his Strava. He's gonna put it here. We're trying to take a bit of map control. Could lose this Vil if he's not careful. Shipping the 4 Kanye West and making Hyenas. Using his artillery to get a nice shot off. the only... Well, it used to be the only civ with H2 artillery, but now that you have Sweden, I guess that's changed. So this could be a... You can snare this with the Kanye West and then just pick them off with the ANS. I think this is gonna go great for Kaister. And he's even training them as well, yeah. He's got a stable at home. And Corollians don't do that well against Cav. They don't have a multiplier in hand attack against Cav, like regular musketeers. So I think this is a pretty smart build from Kaister. He has a couple more on the way. Alright, already forcing a Minuteman call. I would just chill for a little bit, sit out the Minuteman HP. Yeah, and Zanerre is forced to ship the letters, but I think he might not be able to protect them against all these Kanye West on the field. This is not... I know that Kaister just does this build a lot. This is not particularly against Sweden. And he has really perfected this build. He's done it many, many times. Especially on this map. I know for a fact that he practiced this map over and over a couple months ago. Right, so getting 3 more Kanye West out, then he's gonna be on like 10 of them, I think. Should be more somewhere. Oh, he picked up a Vil here, I think. Yeah, he's gonna be on 10. And I don't think Zanerre has the army to defend his letters. Yeah, this is gonna be such a good fight for Kaister. And I think this is exactly what you want to be doing in Sweden. You want to be in their face, play them in H2. Don't let them... You know, I was talking before about how strong this card is, and you cannot allow Sweden to get H4. You need to punish them H2. Kaister seems to be doing a very good job of it at the moment. It's only 4 fishing boats, but it helps his eco out a lot. I still don't understand all the negativity about the E. I think the game is pretty nice, but to each their own, I guess. Where is his calf? Well, the Corollians don't actually connect, so... Yeah, he's cancelling some ANS, which means that he's gonna use this coin to H up. I mean, sure, we have had our fair share of bugs in DE, and you know, I wouldn't say the game's perfect, but I think the game is so much better than people make it seem to be. so Kaister's gonna be aging. It's gonna be fast aging with the messenger. And he's extremely far ahead at the moment. I think the way Kaister's playing this game, you could describe this as a rush, but you rush with an eco, and that's basically how you're supposed to rush. Instead of just like going 10-10 with India, right clicking with C-poise, and that's your rush. I think you need to have a mixture of... The Kaister is doing it perfectly right now in my opinion. You're keeping your eco stable while putting a lot of pressure on your opponent. Alright, so getting some forest prowlers now, which are gonna do a lot of work. Because Zanerre is only on 70 Torp up at the moment. He just has these, well, 6 Torps, he has these 5s and then this one. He's decided to train some more ladders, which makes sense. He doesn't really have the goal to produce anything else. This kaister push is gonna be scary. Oh yeah, sorry that I missed that. Zanerre decided to ship 2 bells. But he seems to be holding onto his dog. Oh, the dog missed. Might be close actually, he needs to train 1 or 2 more canoes pretty quickly. No, I guess he's fine. Missed. Oh well. This is way more important anyway. Well, there go the letters. And... Oh, Zanerre did actually age up. I was a bit too focused on the water stop going on, but it's getting veterancy and shipping Corrodians. So it's kind of waiting to get veterancy, and then I assume he hopes to get like charge in and then have these Corrodians pop behind this army or something. It's go time for him. Oh, he's not charging in actually. Just okay, there he goes. Now he's popping these. So this is a pretty good surround actually onto the hyenas and the force prowlers. Pretty good fight for Zanerre. Very good fight for Zanerre. I mean, he's still only on 9 torps, but the fight was insane for him. He's building a mill. Yeah, so Kaister got cleaned up a bit, but his reinforcements are just way better. He's very far ahead in eco. If he sees these vills, he can just send this Kanye West there, and then, or he can just right click this. Yeah, he can do anything he wants. I think this game is probably over. Trying to dance back for his war chief. Yeah, it's over. Okay. And, you know, I feel like I see a lot of things in chat about the game being so boomy, but I've seen many games that end at 15 minutes, so I think it's a little bit exaggerated. Anyway, very well played from Kaister. This build is always very good. Yeah, very well contained. If we're gonna look at the building timeline, you can just see that Zanerre, he never really gets a good boom going. You want to be on 20 torps. And, 20 torps, 2 Rexes and a TC in a market, so you're on like 24 buildings. But he only managed to get to 15 and then already started dropping, so well played to Kaister. And I think this is the right way to play against Sweden. Just punish the mates too, where they're weak. Let's see. (2-1) for Kaister. Let's head into game 4.
Juist.
Oh, this is a matchup that you guys were just talking about. Dutch against Russia. So Russia used to be his main back on RE. He used to just always be playing Russia big, pretty much, as far as I know.
Правильно.
And Kaister decides to go Dutch. Well, I mean, Kaister picked first, and then Zanerre decided to counter with Russia. So this is Central Plains, and neither of them really pick an ATP civ or anything like that. Like no Otto or Spain or Fourth or whatever. Like both these civs are civs that you usually see in no TP maps. So I'm a little bit surprised to see these civs here. Don't see Spice trade that often, I believe. I think that's pretty unique to have in your deck. Some people put those in, some people don't. But overall, pretty standard stuff. He doesn't have any of the bank cards.
Ja?
I think your best bet if you want to rewatch games is just go to either this channel's VODs or EGCTV, their VODs, and
Commando?
I think that's the only real way to watch the games at the moment.
Okay.
I could be wrong, but alright, so both just going for regular stuff. Dutch is just gonna... Oh, I did go for a market, so it's not that regular stuff actually. He went for the hunting dogs build. I didn't actually notice that, but that's not standard. Some people decide to do it, some don't. It kind of depends on the treasures that you find. And it's very important that he gets this hunt under his TC. Russia can put a lot of early pressure, and
Ja.
you need to have these hunts on your TC.
Klaar. Ja?
Getting his explorer snared. Where's his envoy? He might have lost his envoy.
Klaar.
Yeah, I think he lost his envoy to TC Fire or something. So he's not gonna have any information regarding the blockhouse from Russia. Alright, he now has enough to get a bank down.
Ja, ik ben gewond en kan me niet bewegen.
Commando?
He's for sure gonna get this hunt on the wrist TC, or like this one is still a little bit dicey, but I think he should be able to get this one in. Just going bandwagon, not going for 700 wood. 700 wood is a bit risky against Russia. And going for a stable straight away. Meanwhile, Zanerre is going for the Cossack and Musk. Some people like to go Cossack and Strelet. A little bit of walling going on. Should maybe just leave this pillar, to be honest. I think it's a bit of a gap. So 7 Vils is the perfect amount to two-shot the Musk, I think. Oh, never mind. I was wrong. You need 8. I feel like it's... Yeah, it should be 7. I guess he just didn't have 7 in yet for the first shot.
Ik ben gewond. Ik kan me niet bewegen.
Gonna get a bet of 3 Hus. Yeah, it's TC firing the Musk. Imagine aging logistician here, yeah. I figured you were imagining that. I know how you love that build.
Ja.
So we're just gonna send the Hus to try and go for a raid. But these fills are all pretty safe, so. Zanerre getting steel traps in the meantime, and he went 700 wood as well. Let's look at this raid first. Alright, Zanerre's on point, noticing it straight away. He could maybe pull trick that fill a bit. He might still lose it. He's still gonna lose it. He could have kept it alive, but it's fine. I'm just going to use the wood for some more infrastructure. So Kaister sees everything now. He knows that there's a stable and a second blockhouse going up. He's trying to get onto the vills. It's a bit dangerous, but he does pick one off. Like just before this blockhouse was finished. Meanwhile, these hulls are being chased by the Cossack, and he might get the third. No, he's not. Okay, but he got 2 vills, and basically by running these hussars around, he's just relieved himself from all pressure. So in the meantime, he can just build banks and chill in his base. He has enough hunts here to be fine.
Commando.
Got a batch of 1 sperm out.
Ja.
So 4 skirms do exactly 120 damage, which is the damage you need to one-shot a musk. So 4 skirms is like the perfect amount to have against Russia. And just shipping pikes in case he gets right-clicked by Cossacks somehow, like if the Cossacks manage to get around or something. He wants to be able to have the pikes.
Commando.
Getting a lot of value with the 4 musk. 4 skirms, I mean, sorry.
Hello.
Yeah, this is where you call Minutemen. I think this fight is gonna go well for Kaister. Losing, I think he lost 2 villas or something. But the 4 skirms are still alive, which can just keep on one-shotting any musk. Like, it's very important to have 4 instead of, like, if he had lost 1, then he couldn't be one-shotting them. And now this house badge is gonna do work. So I wonder if Kaister's gonna try to age here. He's shipping food. So I imagine that he won't fully finish these batches. Yeah, he's already cancelling the hus. Probably just only getting 4 skirms again. I wouldn't even make 5, just get the 4 for the one-shot potential.
Ik voel me nu wat sterker.
Alright, losing a batch of muskets for 10 wood. But yeah, that's our walls for.
Ik kan me niet bewegen.
Some gates. Shipping house.
Commando.
Yeah, this is just only thread that's left now. These blockhouses are kind of split off, so now that Kaister has some momentum to counter push, he could try to siege from the side. Just take them on one at a time. Like, he's running out of hands now, so he needs to get something going. He sees this now, and I think he should just easily clean this up. He has like no hunts left whatsoever. Like, I don't know, I guess this is like his next hunt. There's still a couple dead animals here, but... Alright, Kellen. He's shipping helps. Getting a fat house as well.
Ja.
He keeps going to this place, but there's not even a hunt there. He's deleting the wall. Alright, that's a very nice comment in the chat. He's housed, so he never built this house, so it's gonna cost him in these batches. So we're gonna see the right click with the helps. And just meanwhile poking with the riders and skirms. Yeah, I also feel like Russia should have probably gone for some sort of stagecoach build instead. Like, instead of shipping 13, just go 600 wood and try to get a stagecoach going. But to be fair, Kaister did a very sick base defense in my opinion. So the Fed Hussars are just going to town here. And we have helps in the mix. He needs to finish this house back, to sell a point for it. If he does that, then I think it's over. He managed to get, oh, he managed to get 5, yeah, that's big.
Still a close fight. I think Fat Hussars are just too strong, but there's still some Russia stuff. This did give him access to the Hans, and yeah, it makes sense to just drop an outpost. Russia stacking 2 shipments, he probably should have, like, well, just ship anything basically. Yeah, this is the definitive edition. So they're basically hunting side by side. And I think they know about it as well. They can both see it in the fog of war if they're paying attention. Well, for sure Kaister does, because he's sending all his army over here.
Готов.
And now Zanerre doesn't have the advantage anymore of having reinforcements pop into the fight straight away. So, yeah, forcing Zanerre off hunt gonna be really nice for Kaister.
Готов. Приказ?
Being attacked by tigers. Even losing a skirm to it. Nice. Yeah, so veteran Hus and even getting combat now, Cav combat, it's just extremely hard for Russia to deal with in H2. You don't have any... You don't really have good counter to them, to be honest. Like Roskets, they're just not that strong in H2. It's trying to go for a raid, but there's nothing to find here. And yeah, all these vills have spent like the last 2 minutes walking around because they were all the way over here and now they're all the way over here. So that was a lot of idle time for Zanerre.
Приказ?
Like you can basically see it in their stats. It's only 120 HP with 18 attack. But Cav combat Hussars are just a lot stronger. Like at this point, the muskets don't even counter them anymore. Mainly Strelets here, so I don't think he's gonna be able to kill the Huss, but let's have a look. Yeah, that seems over. You are the rock today. Guys, they're not able to resist. Alright, so that's the end of the series. Let's have a look. I could edit it to a 3, I guess. So let's have a quick look at the group. I've casted both of the round 1 games for Group C. We saw ESOC against Baus, which had a very surprising result because Baus actually won it. And we had Kaister against Zanerre, and Kaister won that one, which we just watched. So that means that Kaister is going to play Boss in the winners round, and then ESOC is going to be playing Zanerre in the losers round. And yeah, I'm excited for those games. I hope everyone had fun watching. It was my first time casting 1v1s, and a bit new to it, but I got some pretty exciting series. I think especially ESOC against Boss was pretty crazy.